Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. My name's Game Dev, and today we're going to be talking about making a TV or a screen with video and sound. I'm also going to be talking about the changes that happened to Unreal Engine 5 relating to this, and also show you how to fix a few problems with Unreal Engine 5 and media currently. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So here we have a basic project inside of Unreal Engine. It's just the first person template that comes with Unreal Engine. The first thing we're going to do is enable a new media player that came out with Unreal Engine 5. The reason for using this brand new media player is because currently there's a lot of problems with most of the media players in Unreal Engine 5. They might have desync issues, or files don't play the way you want them, or they have glitchy playback and stuff like that. So this new media player fixes most of those problems. So to enable it, you just want to go to top left, click on edit, go to plugins, and then you just want to go ahead and type in Electra. And that's the new player's name, Electra player. You just want to click on the checkbox next to Electra player and click restart now, and that will restart the engine. So see you guys then. And now that the engine has restarted, we can actually go ahead and put the video files in Unreal Engine. Now, installing or adding video files to your project is unfortunately not just dragging and dropping in video files. There's a way you need to move the videos, or there's a way you need to import them so that they actually work. So let me show you how to do that. You just want to close the plugins window here. Open up your content browser, right click, create a new folder, and this folder specifically needs to be this name. You want to name it movies, and you want to spell it that specific way, okay? The reason for that is you have to put your video files in this movies folder. It doesn't even matter if there's a folder in the movies folder with your videos. All your videos should just be in this movies folder. The reason for that is because Unreal Engine needs that to package the videos with it. So if you want to play your video on Android, if you want to play your video somewhere, all of them will actually work because the videos actually get included into the files now. So you just want to open up the, you don't want to open up the movies folder. You want to right click on the movies folder and show in Explorer. And now that you have that, you can just grab your video file. In this case, it's the screenvideo.mp4 I have here. And you can just drag it in here. I'm gonna hold Control to copy it over here. And now we can just go to our movies folder in Unreal Engine. And now drag this video file in. And practically what that did is it created a link to that file in Unreal Engine. So now Unreal Engine knows, okay, I just need to go there for the video files. Okay, so this is currently named screen video, and this is a file media source. I'm just going to rename this by right clicking and rename it to MS for file media source. And like I said, this is just a link. This is practically telling Unreal Engine, okay, this is a video file. If I want to play this video file, this is where I get it. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm just going to dock this. Now, currently, if we go to right side and go to details, here's this platforms fin, and then there's these player overrides. So this is where, based on what platform the player's on, you can choose a different media player. In this case, I'm working on Windows. So I'm going to go under Windows, go to Automatic, and change that to the Electra player. Now, let's try to open up the video file. If I press open, it doesn't work. There's an error code. The reason for that is that Electra unfortunately wants very specific encoding on your video. So it needs to be a .mp4, but it also needs specific encoding. Now, if your video file didn't play, it's quite easy to fix that, but you're going to need a completely free and open source program called Handbrake. So here's the website. I'll have it linked down below. You can just go ahead and download and install Handbrake. Like I said, completely free and open source. And once you have that, you can just open it up and you can drag your video file into Handbrake. And so this is where we'll actually encode it to work. So the first thing you want to do is there's this preset box here. You can click on that and then you can adjust the preset of how good your video looks in quality. Very fast means your video is pretty low quality. Super high quality means your video is, well, super high quality. In this case, fast 1080p is great because this is a 1080p video and fast is totally fine for Unreal Engine. So I'd recommend fast. Now, 30 FPS isn't what I want. So to fix that, I'm going to go click on this video tab here, and under frame rates, I'm just going to click on that and change it to 60 because that's my video's frame rate, okay? So now that I've set all those settings, you can just press start encode. And so this will just take a while, so I'm just going to skip to when it's finished. Okay, and it's done encoding. You can see here save as screenvideo.mp4, and it's saved in the videos folder. So I just need to go to my videos folder and copy it over to the movies folder where my Unreal Engine videos are. And I'm just gonna go to videos, drag the screen video, move, and replace it. And what should happen now, I can close all of these. Now what should happen is I can go ahead and open the video and it works completely fine. So you just need to throw all your videos through Handbrake the software to make sure they're encoded properly. Great, so now we have the videos working, but we still have no way to play them. For that we're going to need a media player like asset. To make that, we're just going to save here. We're going to right click in the content browser, go to media, and then go and create a media player. Then we also want to tick on video output media texture asset. I'll explain what that does now. I'm going to press OK. This is going to be called MP for media player underscore TV because, yeah. Okay, so now it also created this asset called a media texture. And what this is this is practically a texture you can add to a material in Unreal Engine, just like any other textures, but this will be the actual video from the media player. So if you're not up to speed, the file media source will be fed into the media player, which will output to the media texture, which we can add to a material. So I'm just going to go ahead and right click this media texture and rename it to MT TV from a media texture. And we can go ahead and right click this media texture and create a new material for it. I'm gonna name this M underscore TV. And now we can go ahead and open it up. And when we open up, you can see this texture sample. If I click on it, you can see it uses the media texture. So practically, this texture will be the media, the actual video. Okay, great. We can go ahead and save those. That's everything we need currently on the video side. So let's go ahead and actually make the TV blueprint. I'm going to go to my content folder. I'm going to right click and create a new folder. I'm going to call this TV. This is where I put all the TV models and code here. So let's go ahead and open it up and let's import a TV model. So let me just quickly go get one. So I actually modeled a TV model in Blender. It's not really that like highly detailed. It's just something basic to work with. But it will be down below in the description to download with a link. So let's go ahead and import the FPX model that I've linked down below. And we can go ahead and press import all. And if I open up my content browser, you should see there's two materials. If you're not sure why there's two materials, I'll explain now. But we have the model now. So let's go ahead and right click and create a new blueprint class. Set it to type of actor. I'm going to call this BP underscore TV. We're going to go ahead and open that up. and we're going to go ahead and dock that to the top. We're going to go to the components and click add, and add a static mesh. And then we'll rename the static mesh TV. So this is where our TV model will be. We'll go to the right side on the static mesh, click on none, and change it to our TV model. So you can see now we have our TV model. And this is kind of why I have two textures. So one texture is for everything except the screen, and the other material is for just the screen. So here on the right side, there's element 0, which is everything except the screen, and element 1, which means this material will only be used for the screen. So we want to change this to our media player material so that the video file actually plays through this. So to do that, we're going to go under element 1, click on TV screen, and change it to m_TV. We can compile and save. And now this will actually play our video. Well, it won't play our video, but it will show our video when we're playing. We still need to actually play the video. To do that, you have to go to the event graph, delete everything except the begin play. And the first thing we're going to do is create a media player variable so that Unreal Engine knows, okay, this is the media player I should use to play a video file. So we're gonna left click, well not left click, we're gonna go to bottom left to variables, then left click to add a new one, and then we're going to rename this to TV media player. We're gonna click on Boolean here and change it to media player. So you can see this media player under object types. Click on that, and we can compile and save. And here on the right side under default value, we can change the TV material, TV media player to MPTV. So now Unreal Engine knows, okay, if I want to play a video, I should play it through that. So let's go ahead, drag that here, do a get TV media player, and let's actually open the video file. So I'm going to drag off that and type in open source. So then I can connect that on begin play. And here, this media source is what Unreal Engine will use to actually play your video file. So if I click here on media source, you'll see that file media source, the kind of link we made in Unreal Engine here. And you can just click on that. And now it will actually open and play the video. Now you might be confused, okay, well we're opening the video, but why is the video just assuming it needs to be played, right? Well, if we open up a content browser, go to the content folder and go to movies and open up this FMS screen video, and we go to the right side on the player details, by default Unreal Engine actually has the setting called play on open. So once a video file is opened in the media player, it will just go ahead and play. You can turn this on and off if you want. There's also shuffle and loop, which I'm not going to talk about except loop because there's a bug with loop right now. Yeah, so if I go back to my blueprint, the moment we open a video, it will actually play in Unreal Engine. So we can go ahead and compile and save, go to our first person map, go to something like a wall over here, go to our content folder, go to TV, and drag our blueprint in the level. I'm just going to rotate it so you know it's outside of the wall, move it a bit outer. I'm going to hit play. And now my video file is playing perfectly, but there is two problems. There is no sound, which is not good, and also the screen doesn't actually like glow. It's the sun kind of glowing on it, but the screen should glow because, you know, screens usually glow. So let's fix the sound problem first, and we can do that by going to our blueprint here. Going to the top left and add in a new component. I'm going to call this, well not call this, we're going to search media. And there's going to be this media sound. You just want to click that. And we're going to call this TV sound. So practically, this asset will check in on a media player and get the sound from that and play it. So here on the right side under media player, I can go ahead and click on none. change this to mp._tv, and if I compile and save, then when I hit play,
Hey, welcome back to another
the video file actually plays correctly. Now the problem is that if it doesn't matter where I am, that video file just plays, right? There's no like distance fading or anything like that. If you want to easily add it, you just go to your blueprint again, go to the viewport, click on TV sound, and here on the right side under attenuation, you just want to click on allow spatialization and overwrite attenuation. Now you're going to see this attenuation volume place. So practically, you can also see there's also these two spheres. So the inner sphere is where the audio is 100% volume, and the biggest sphere out there is where the volume is 0, and everything in between is just a blend. So this is where you can kind of blend the ranges. So for now I'm going to go to the right side and set the fall off distance to something like 1000. So now if I'm outside of the sphere, the audio will not be audible and everything in between will be faded. So I can go ahead and compile and save. And if I hit play,
hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial.
Then based on where I'm standing, the video file actually is louder or softer. Great. So we got the sound and we got the video. We now need to actually make the screen glow and maybe add a few like nice little shader stuff or stuff like that. So the easiest way to make it glow is just opening up your content browser, go into the content folder, go to movies, and go to your m_tv material. Then you want to go ahead and drag this texture sample away. And you want to drag off the RGB and type in multiply to make a multiply node. And the B value here is practically how bright your display is going to shine, so you can modify this value any way you want. If you wanted to make it brighter, you can convert it to a parameter as well. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drag off this multiplying connector to the emissive color, and now it actually glows. Great. Now, one thing I also want to do is usually with displays, they are reflective. So if you want your display to be reflective, all you want to do is hold in 1 on your keyboard and left click. This creates a constant 1 value, constant scalar. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect this value of 0 into roughness. So now this will be fully reflective. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now if I look at an angle, you can see it reflects the walls and everything, but also it actually glows. Now if you want to see the glow better, you can just go to your directional light and reduce the intensity to 0.5 in this case, and now you can see, yeah, it glows perfectly fine. Now there is a bug I want to talk about in Unreal Engine currently with the media player. You might have noticed if I go to the FMS screen video, I talked about this loop. Now loop is on, but Unreal Engine doesn't care. There's currently a bug where the loop here doesn't actually let the video loop. To make your video loop repeatedly is pretty simple. You go to the BP_TV, go to the event graph, and after opening the media source, we just want to get the TV media player again and type in looping, and then we just want to use the set looping node, and then we connect that after the open source, and now we just want to set looping to enabled, and this fixes the looping bug, so the video will actually go ahead and loop. Now there's one more other thing you want to talk about, or maybe you want to change, but once I leave the editor, the screen is left on the previous frame, and maybe you do not like that. That's understandable. The easiest way to fix that would be by opening up your content browser, go into your media texture, and here on the right side, there's this auto clear section. So what it will do is if your video is not currently playing, it will actually just black out the video, so that the screen will be black when there isn't video playing. That also fixes a bug where sometimes when you load into Unreal Engine, the screen is just like fully white, and you need to play to actually fix it. So that fixes that bug. So if I hit play,
Hey everybody,
the
welcome
video
back
actually
to
starts
YouTube
up,
tutorial. My name's Instant
and I can actually move away from it, and it has different volume values,
with video and
and
sound.
it glows,
I'm also
and
going
yeah,
to-
this is everything. Now I want to talk about one more thing, which was not a bug with this TV specifically. It's unfortunately a downside of how Unreal Engine 5 works. Now,
Hey everybody,
if
welcome
I hit
back to
play,
another YouTube tutorial.
and I go to the display,
Game Dev, and today
you
we're going to
can
be talking about making
kind
a
of see,
TV
I don't know if you could see it so well on YouTube, but there's like a ghosting effect around my arms when I'm moving in the video. This unfortunately is related to how Unreal Engine upscales the display. So an Unreal Engine uses the temporal anti-aliasing. I'm just going to go ahead and save now. Unreal Engine 5 uses temporal anti-aliasing, like a upgraded version of it. And the problem is that when stuff moves in Unreal Engine, there's this weird like ghosting effect. Now if you want to remove that, you can go to Edit, go to Project Settings and type in anti-aliasing, and you'll see this anti-aliasing method. It's currently on temporal super resolution, but you can click on it and change it to fast approximate anti-aliasing. Now the problem is, well, it's not a problem. It's preferable that you have multiple graphics settings where the player can set their own anti-aliasing, because temporal super resolution has a lot of performance benefits. So just flat out disabling it because it doesn't work well with your effects is not the way to go. You need to make this a setting for your player. But if I set it to FXAA,
Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. My name's Instant
it removes the like ghosting. So any of the anti-alias solutions except the temporal ones will fix it. But in this case, I'm gonna leave it to temporal super resolution, you know. And yeah, that's it for the tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the content, please subscribe. Hit like if you liked the video, hit dislike if you didn't, and see you guys on the next one. Good night, everybody.